Happy New Year's, everybody!
Happy 2017!
Penny says Happy New Year, too.
Yes, hi Penny.
So as promised at the end of last year, we're going to focus this month on some topics near and dear to a lot of people's hearts at this time of year, which are...
Putting your crap away.
Yeah, organization, decluttering, and eventually health. So on this week's Tuesday Talk, we're talking about some of the ways that we keep our tiny 200 square foot Airstream clean and decluttered.
Yep.
Clutter-free. Dude, I love you too, Penny. I'm definitely the one who cares more about keeping things clean in general.
What's that supposed to mean?
Would you agree with that statement?
No, I am very cleanly. Yes, I would. Yes, I would agree with that. Quite a bit.
But we have an arrangement, and I think it works out pretty well. Steve pretty much told me if I tell him where something goes, and it's easy,
Occasionally I'll put things away.
he'll put things away. And so the number one thing that we do to keep the Airstream looking nice and neat most of the time is everything we own has a home, has a place where it belongs. And Penny's going to completely step off me right now.
Including the camera equipment that we're recording this on.
Yes.
Dog food, dog toys.
Keys, wallet.
Keys, yes, right up there. Thank
cell
you, Penny.
phones.
This isn't working out as I had expected.
Okay. How about you sit right there and you can be part. How's that?
Shades, which are right by the door as we walk
Yep.
out, so they're easy to grab.
Keys are right by the door.
Keys, too.
Shoes are right by the door. So I originally tried to have shoes somewhere else in the Airstream, and that home for the shoes didn't work because Steve didn't like that it wasn't near the door. It wasn't convenient. And so that...
I stand by that complaint.
No, I'm fine with it. It just meant we had to get more creative and find a new place, a new home. So just picking some place to put something isn't necessarily finding it a home. You have to find the right place.
It has to make sense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to walk to the other side of the Airstream to get my shoes just to go outside.
Yeah.
If the shoes were right by the door, it makes it easy. I am more likely, I stress that, I cannot possibly stress that more. I am more likely to put things away and know where they go if they make sense.
Yes.
And they're easy.
So,
and our shoe rack idea is definitely just that.
yeah. Which actually, I think our shoe rack may be our Friday favorite this week. We'll see.
Oh, you're teasing the audience
teasing.
now.
So yeah, make sure everything has a home. People talk about drop zones or mail drop zones or things like that. Similar idea, a bowl to put your keys so you never lose your keys. That's the idea, is that if you always have some place to put it, it can become, and it's common sense place to put it, it can become a habit, and then you never have to worry about something being where it shouldn't. And when we bring new things into the Airstream, like we just got some new things for Christmas, one of the things we have to do is figure out where their homes are, because that is often the issue at night. So another tip is since I'm the one who cares about it the most, I like waking up to a clean, decluttered Airstream. And the way I get that done is that at night, before we go to bed, I pick everything up. And in a space this small, we're pretty much picking things up most of the time. And there's just a few things out at night, and I put them where they go. And when we got Christmas presents, it was kind of like, well, this is still out. I don't know where this goes. I guess we need to figure out where its home is.
Here's a pro tip for those of you who aren't the most organized like me. For the exception of a few things, if your spouse is an organizer and they get upset with you when you don't put things back, let them do the organization. As long as you know where things go, it's in your best interest not to have an opinion, because if you just don't, if you're not a natural organizer anyway, then it really, the shoe rack is my exception. That just made sense for me. But for the most part, I just don't care. So
as long as it makes sense
let the
to you.
organizer do what they do best. And like we've said, as long as you're aware of where things go, everybody's going to be happy most of the time.
But make it clear if it's not someplace you agree with, like the shoes, because otherwise, this was a learning, relationship building thing for us. What happened with us with the shoes is that the shoes just never got put away. So Steve didn't agree with where I decided the shoes should go. So
It was
he
a form of
never
nonviolent protest.
put the shoes away, which bugged the crap out of me.
Nonviolent protest.
And I kept putting the shoes away. If he had just told me...
It worked.
No, it didn't work. All he had to do was say, I don't think the shoes should go there, which is eventually what he said after I probably
That is my way of communicating
about
to you.
Don't be passive aggressive if you're the one who's not an organizer. Just say, this spot doesn't make sense for me. Can we find a better space for this? And normally the organizer would be much happier to find a new home.
Fair enough.
Than have to deal with the things not getting put away. So, yeah. Little peek into our relationship building.
Long story short, let the organizer do what they do best.
Unless you have a problem with it, and then don't be passive aggressive.
Don't be like me.
He's not passive aggressive anymore. He just comes out and says that's not going to work for me, which works well.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
So I think that's enough rambling. We'll share some other tips and tricks and organization stuff in the coming days. But for now, that's how we keep the Airstream looking clean and decluttered most of the time. Is everything has a home, and I make sure everything's in its home at night before I go to bed.
Yeah, and the first place you try to put something may not be the best place.
It took a little bit of trial for some of the stuff.
Trial and error. It happens. No big deal. No big deal.
At least you're trying.
Yes. In fact, if you refuse to make changes, then that's probably not a good thing anyway. So whatever works.
Be flexible. We're both
flexible.
Flexible.
That's right. And you're doing yoga, so you're getting even more flexible.
That's the health part of this. We'll get to that in a couple weeks.
Oh, excellent.
So that's it for this week. As always, if you like these videos, please give us a big thumbs up. Comment below with any tips or tricks that you have for staying clutter-free in the new year.
Organized.
And,
especially with all the new stuff you just got.
Yeah. And subscribe if you haven't already for more tips and tricks to come.
All right. Guess that's it.
That's it. We will see you next time.
The dogs and I will be here.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Anyway.